Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's your boy, Yakobi James. By the time this video comes out, we got one day. One night only, one night only. Come on, baby, come on. Till Ayaka and her banner and Inazuma is here, and I cannot wait. Celebrate good times, come on. We're just singing constantly because we can't contain all of our excitement. To the topic of the video, Ayaka. Ayaka. I feel like that sounds weird if you say it too many times too fast. Anyway, Ayaka is coming out. I'm just going to share some unwanted advice. I don't know if necessarily it would be called advice. Maybe just like some little thoughts of like team comps based on her kit. And I think what would maybe make her damage be higher than other team comps. Okay, here we go. All right, let's head over to my favorite little website, Honey Impact. Let's start first with a little bit of a breakdown of what her skills do. So we have our normal attack, Kamisato Art Kabuki. That is her normal attack, 5 strikes. Scaling is pretty good. Normal sword wielder DPS. Her E skill, Kamisato Art Ayaka. This is a small AoE around her. Keep in mind, it is around her. Scaling is pretty good, pretty poggy woggies. And then we have Kamisato Art Senho. So this is similar to Mona's ability, where she dives under the ground and ice. Well, but here's the thing. Here's the kicker though. When she pops up out of the ground, she applies cryo to her blade. So her blade will be doing cryo damage. So her normal attacks will be doing cryo damage. And when she pops up, she does cryo damage to the enemies. Now, this cryo damage thing is important. Touch back on that later. All right, and then we have her ult, which is Kamisato Art Sumetsu. This basically sends like a blizzard in front of her, slashing, blade. Yes, and then a little bit of burst at the end. Some videos are showing it does a lot of damage. It is a longer burst, so there are, I think, 11 slashes total, which is great. And that is at C0. C3, I think, at C2 adds 2 more things, but unimportant. Her passive talents. The first one, after using Kamisato Art Hayuka, which is her E skill. Remember, circle, cryo. Circle, cryo. Ayaka's normal and charge attacks deal 30% increased damage for 6 seconds. And her second one, when the cryo application at the end of Kamisato Art Senho, which is her moving around underground ability, if it hits an opponent, it gains the following abilities. It restores 10 stamina, so you can continue to do that. And there is a cryo, she gains 18% cryo damage for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. Now, if we're thinking artifact sets, right off the bat, you're going to think, okay, so based on her abilities, she's getting a lot of cryo damage bonus. My recommendation for artifact set is a 4-piece Blizzard Strayer, as of now. 2-piece cryo damage bonus, 15%. 4-piece, using it 4-piece. When a character attacks an opponent by cryo, the crit rate is increased by 20%. If that opponent is frozen, crit rate is increased by additional 20%. All right, so team comps. For our first team comp, we're running a melt comp. Now, granted, with our crit rate bonus with the Blizzard Strayer set 4-piece, should we be running a freeze comp? Sure. Melt and vaporize just do more damage, so Ayaka is cryo, so we're gonna do melt. In the starting position, we have Zhongling. Why Zhongling? The biggest thing here, she does pyro application very well. And in her ult, as we already talked about with Ayaka, her E skill is very close range around her. So Zhongling is perfect for doing pyro application and melting, especially with Ayaka's E skill or normal attack, and also her ult. All right, the second member of this team is darling little Sucrose. Why Sucrose? Well, Sucrose, she is great at elemental mastery, and her biggest thing for this is her crowd control. Now you could be like, oh, why not use Kazuha? Venti. Well, I don't know. I don't have Venti. Don't really like Venti. Hot take. I know, hot take. But I think Sucrose is just going to be overall better CC, and her buffs and elemental mastery of other members of her team are just going to be that much greater. And the thing about Sucrose is she is pulling everything in. Yes, Ayaka moves fast underground. So what? She could easily get to other enemies that are getting spread apart. But Sucrose can just gather everything up, and you can have Zhongling, and you can have Ayaka just melting everybody away. This is Kaya. Kaya is the placeholder for Ayaka because he uses a sword and he's cryo. Now, I believe that every single team needs a healer. So, who not better than Bennett? Bennett with a 4-piece noblesse can up the damage of your entire team. His ult also ups the damage of his entire team. His heals are great, and he generates a lot of pyro particles for Zhongling, so her ult can always be on uptime, which is fantastic. And the great part of running with Sucrose is you can gather enemies, so Ayaka can stay in this field to up her damage. Boom. Pretty free to play friendly. You get a Zhongling. Bennett and Sucrose are both 4-stars that have been around for a while, so hopefully you have at least a couple constellations on them. One other team comp that I have here. Now, this is the team that I will be running. We have Albebe. Albebe is a 5-star. Albebe is amazing. Albebe should be on every single team. Why he's not, why people skipped on this banner, I do not know. Albebe is fetch.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
So why Albedo? Do you see this field here? Albedo is literally so good at just adding extra damage to the team. Also, it procs Crystallize. So Ayaka running this team is going to have some extra damage, possibly a shield, which is only going to help her because sometimes transitioning with these characters that go underground, Mona, I'm looking at you, Mona, you're vulnerable oddly when you're swapping. So a little bit of a shield is going to help. Now, the other thing about Albedo is he's just adding damage. He's just adding damage to your main DPS off the field. He is a 5-star, so it's not that free to play friendly. And who knows if he's ever going to get a banner again because his banner did perform so badly. And his ult increases elemental mastery. So we're really just swapping friends here. You can run Albedo, you can run Sucrose. You know, they're doing great things to support your main DPS. But look at him, he's so cute. How could you not want to use Albedo? That is the team I'm recommending. That's the team. It's really not recommending. It's just me telling you what team I will be using. The patch is this Tuesday. I'm so excited. Yes, I do stream on Twitch. You can find me at www.twitch.tv//Yakobi James. Come hang out. Let's experience Inazuma together. If you found this video helpful in any way, or you laughed, maybe give it a like or subscribe so you know when my videos are coming out. If you want to follow the journey, much appreciated. But most importantly, I hope you have a great rest of the day or night, depending on where you're viewing my face from.